Mr. Keith Casey.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
No, thank you for having us today because the food here looks amazing. Miss Olga, general manager and sommelier.
Yes.
I've been working on saying that. Sommelier here. How are you?
Yes, doing well. Thank you so much.
Doing very good.
You.
So, Keith, 2 locations now. 10-year anniversary. There's a lot to talk about. For those that don't know about you and the restaurant, what can they expect with the Keith Casey American Bistro experience?
Well, the main thing that we focus on is the American regional cuisine. And that can be kind of ambiguous, complex, if you will. But what we've done is we've cut the menu up into 5 different regions. You can see them, some of them represented here today. The Southeast, the Southwest, the Heartland, the Pacific, and the Northeast. And what we'd like to feature is different indigenous products of those areas, stuff that's locally grown and sourced from different regions, coupled with the ethnicities that settled there and how they kind of cooked and cultivated the cuisine.
Love it.
Yeah, that's what we do at Casey American Bistro. The only restaurant that I know of in Southwest Florida that focuses on American regional cuisine.
American regional cuisine. Now, that's a very good point. A lot of restaurants, they focus on Asian or Italian, and they stick to that, or they go into that international realm. What about the American cuisine made you say, I want to focus on that and make that into a restaurant concept?
A big influence early in my career was Larry Forgione. When I was at the Culinary Institute of America, I worked at the Beekman Arms Inn as my internship, which they really call an externship there. And that takes place halfway through the program. Larry Forgione operated the Beekman Arms Inn Tavern. Larry Forgione is the grandfather of American regional cuisine. Yeah. Started at American Place in New York City. Was instrumental in getting the first American-born chef into the White House under Bill Clinton.
Wow.
That had never been done before. And I just always struck my fancy as something that was innovative, unique, challenging, and really an endless bounty of ideas.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Now, in addition to great regional American cuisine, a fantastic wine program. And so tell us a little about the wine program, Olga, and what to offer. What do you offer? What to expect? Glasses, wine by the glass, wine by the bottles. Tell us about your program.
Well, I started learning wine with Chef Keith, actually teaching me about certain things. And he told me back in the day, it was 9 years ago, he said, Olga, the best sommelier is the one who knows what they like. And this is the truth. It is the very true because...
Look at you dropping all those nuggets.
Oh, yes. And that's the truth, absolutely, because we all have different palates. Certain people like, different herbs, different things. And this is very important to understand people's palate. So we are highly on the By the Glass program. We do understand that people really, do like different things, and we have a high varietal of a lot of wines by the glass, probably more than some of the restaurants in the area, and we stand very strong by it by keeping it extremely fresh, and we always stand by the quality, so that's very important to us.
Love it. Now, what are some of the bottles that we have on the table that you can talk about as an example of some of your wines?
Well, we have a couple wonderful wines. There's Luminous by Beringer, which is an iconic winery. The wine is very, very, clientele in Naples does like a lot of oak in their Chardonnay, but right now a lot of them are stepping back from it and just trying to show the fruit shine. And that's what is very important. That's what I support. The same with ZD Chardonnay. It's a 2017 vintage. I think they both actually make an incredible example of the Chardonnay varietal. Delicious, so wonderful to pair them with so many great food, speaking of which we have on the table. And we also have Highland Estates Pinot Noir, which is out of Oregon. Iconic example as well. Fantastic, and there's so many things we could really put them together with the food.
Love it. Now, if you could only drink out of one bottle of wine for the rest of your life.
Now you're putting some pressure on me.
See, this is easy for me. It's
not.
bourbon. It's easy. It's bourbon. Do you have a preference? Do you have a favorite wine here?
Champagne.
Champagne. Oh, well, not bad. Keith,
Nothing goes
you?
wrong with champagne.
Nothing goes wrong with you, Keith?
I'd have to agree, Cristal.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you're just tuning in, we're at Casey American Bistro here in Naples, Florida, right here at the corner of Vanderbilt and 41. They also have a location at University Village, which is all in Estero, which is also part of Restaurant Week. Follow our website, sizzlerestaurantweek.com. It's going to give you a list of all the menus, pictures of the food, all the participating restaurants, and more information on our scholarship. Because when you dine during Restaurant Week, $1 from every meal sold goes to a scholarship for local high school graduates pursuing their careers in resort and hospitality here in the heart of Southwest Florida. So, Keith, it's December 2nd. It's a Monday. We're only a few days away. We followed the instructions on the website. We went to the website. We picked your restaurant. We looked at your menu. We made a reservation. That's our plug. That's how we get people to know. Now, it's the first day in the menu, or of your menu. Where do you want to start in all this great food in front of us?
Well, we could probably start with the end being the best place to start, which is our melting ice cream here of the cherry bread pudding, which is fantastic. We make it in the house, of course. Serve with vanilla bean ice cream, creme anglaise. It's absolutely fantastic. Nice and warm, great way to end the meal. Could pair that up with a nice tawny port if you choose to. It would be a great pairing. Olga would agree with that.
Absolutely.
Love it. Now, it wouldn't be Restaurant Week if we didn't feed the cameraman. Guy is holding the camera today. We got him out of the office.
Oh, yeah. There goes my diet.
He's making Kool-Aid noises as we do this video. We're celebrating Restaurant Week, so this is one of your dessert courses.
Yes.
Now, okay, so I'm going to ask pretty much after every dish. Inspiration, region inspiration, or regional inspiration, or just something that you knew would be performed well this time of year?
Yeah, a little of both. We're featuring, the Heartland here with our wonderful pork tenderloin. It's coffee rub pork tenderloin, wild rice and spinach, Florida key lime pie. Everyone loves Florida key lime pie.
What's the key? What's the key to a good key lime pie? Sometimes it's a little too tart. Sometimes it's not tart enough. What do you think's the key to a good key lime pie?
Yeah, the key to key lime pie is using great key lime juice. There's some fantastic ones out there. Try to find one that isn't too tart, preferably not from concentrate, and that will give you the best results.
Love it,
Absolutely.
Love it. And we'll jump into this dish right here in the front.
Yeah.
And Olga told me this was a signature item for you as well.
It is a very signature item with the yellowtail snapper, the mango avocado salsa. Everyone's loving the avocados these days, such a health conscious thing. Nice and light, coconut rice, baby carrots, and a mango coulis around there. It's phenomenal.
Love it. So we have a little bit of fish. Then we had something from the Heartlands.
Yep.
And I think we'll touch on that one just one more time because it was such a pretty dish. Great presentation.
Yeah, the pork tenderloin it's so tender. It's so much flavor in there with the coffee rub. It's absolutely fantastic. You're going to really enjoy any of these dishes here. But if I had to choose one, the pork would be my favorite. I can't wait to eat it after the interview.
I've been fortunate enough to have this a few times, and you can check my Facebook. It's on there all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
It's fantastic.
So something from the Heartlands. We
Yeah.
had some dessert. We had some white fish there. Got a key lime pie original. So one of your a favorite here in Southwest Florida. Now, what kind of soup do you have?
This one here is our Florida grouper chowder, and it's fantastic. It's made in house again, from scratch. Chef Kara's fantastic. As a culinarian, she helps me out so much. We also have the ceviche, featuring southeast region, I should say, Florida black grouper, really the Cadillac of grouper, and with the chips there and the fresh lime, it's fantastic.
A good ceviche is like hard to find by, or hard to come by, just because. As simple as it is, it's easy to mess up.
It is. Yeah, you have to marinate it for the proper amount of time, and you have to use great product. I mean, ceviche is a marinated raw fish, and there's no better product than our black grouper.
Love it. Now you also
There's a question.
Oh,
What are the chips made out of?
Those are the yuca chips. Yes.
Love it. And they're so thin and perfect. It doesn't take away from the natural taste of the fish. Great addition. Great addition to to your menu. And we're using Great Ray because Jean LaBouffe has also wrote something really nice about your restaurant in the past and said that it was great.
It was great. It was that was a very kind interview when we opened up the Estero property in late May, and she came and dined in July, and the review was fantastic. So we're very appreciative of that, and very happy to be operating up there. It's a great market, and we'd love to invite people up there to see the new build out. It's built out from the ground up, so you can imagine how beautiful it is inside.
Yeah, Olga, how's the response been in the Estero location? You guys been having good feedback and traction over there?
Absolutely. We just realized that actually 25% of our clientele does live up north. So
they don't have to make that drive anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did not understand that until then, because when we opened in 2009, and they used to call us the private restaurant for the Pelican Bay here in Naples, which I understand because, this is the best feeling ever when guests come in and they know each other, right? It's like a private club almost.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, and we're extremely excited for the Estero location. And
so you heard that from Olga. 2 locations, one in Estero, one in Naples, all part of Restaurant Week. Visit sizzlerestaurantweek.com, and you'll see their menu firsthand, as well as the other restaurants are participating. Keith, we have one last dish to talk about. Presented size-wise, I mean, this is what you're getting when you order this dish every time, right?
That's correct. Yes, 5 jumbo Atlantic Gulf shrimp.
There almost was 4.
There almost was 4, yeah. Force and cheese stuffed. They are fantastic with the coulis and the polenta there. Wonderful, wonderful dish.
And what makes? I mean, everyone has to have a good shrimp dish, but this is obviously done a little bit differently. Why is that?
Well, we wanted to feature something that was light, and I think most shrimp dishes I have, oftentimes you get them and the shrimp can be overcooked, a little dry. The way we cook this technique here, it allows us to cook them exactly medium, which is what you want to do with any kind of seafood, and put them right out. I think that anytime we can cook food a la minute, as we cook all our food, and get it right out of the kitchen, right into the guest plate, onto the table, is the best execution of what we feature here.
Perfect. Oh, we have one more question.
So Melvin says, what is the chef's favorite dish?
Chef, what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish is really our Florida black grouper that we have on our regular menu. It has a cracker crust to it. It's pan sauteed. We do finish in the oven, and it's just absolutely phenomenal with corn slaw, Napa cabbage slaw, and our house-made tartar sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah. Roasted fingerling potatoes. It is our signature dish.
Olga, do you have a favorite dish here? I mean, you've been here 9 years.
Right.
You got to have something that sticks out more than others.
There are honestly too many things, but I take a big pride in our tuna dish.
Okay.
And we ship tuna overnight from Hawaii. The quality is unbelievable. And every time when we come in, it's almost like a ceremony in a church when we see it, and it's a wagyu of a tuna, if you could call that. Amazing. And it's super simple, and as Chef Keith has described that to me originally, it's a deconstructed sushi, because we have sushi rice, we have furikake and nori crust on it, bok choy, of course, what is...
that needs to be at the table next. Like 100,000%.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Well, Olga, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Keith,
Thank
we're
you.
very excited to have you
Thank
guys
you.
on for Restaurant Week, also including their location in Estero.